Welcome back, IP6. I hope you are doing great and you are staying safe. For today, we are talking about Microsoft PowerPoint. This is our lesson number 14 together. And without any further ado, let's get into our new presentation. Microsoft PowerPoint. This is how you insert the table in Microsoft PowerPoint. You can select how many columns and rows you need. So you go to Insert and you choose this one, and you can choose how many columns and rows do you need. Second way is to create tables. Insert a table by choosing number of columns and number of rows. Okay, so you go to Insert again and the same area, but under it you choose Insert Table. So you can customize by hand and type in how many columns and how many rows do you need. You can design and color your table as you like by going to the table design. Here, you can choose any color that you need, any theme that you need, and you can add it here and edit it as you like for your table. Shading can help you to select the color of the table. So you can go to the shading area and you can click it and it will give you a palette of colors that you can choose from. Shapes. You can add any shapes that you need. You can go to Insert and choose Shapes, and you will have many options to choose from for shapes, and you can add it as you need or you like. Icons. Icons are here that you can choose many types of icons also. Maybe you need to use for your presentation, or if you like to use any special icon, you can choose from here and add it to your presentation. 3D models. So for some parts, your PowerPoint might not have it because maybe older version. So if it's old, you might not have it. If it's not old, you might have it. Okay, so don't worry if you don't have it. It's not a big deal, but if you do have it, it's nice. All right, 3D models. Basically you go to the Insert tab, and which is here, Insert tab, and you go to 3D models. And once you go to 3D models, you will get this page, and you can choose what 3D model you want to use. Smart art you can use to show a process or topics that are connected. So you can insert, go back to insert. Most of these steps are all in the Insert tab. So you go back to Insert and you click Smart Art. And yeah, you can choose what type do you need. There's list, process, cycle, hierarchy, hierarchy, and relationship, matrix, and pyramid, and picture. So each of them have a different purpose. And now this is the charts. You can make charts with the Microsoft PowerPoint2, and the charts help you to present data. which you go to the Insert tab again. Insert tab is very important tab in Microsoft PowerPoint. So you go there again to the Insert tab and you choose Charts, which gives you a lot of options for choosing chart too. So now let's open our Microsoft PowerPoint and learn how to create a table, shapes, icons, 3D models, smart art, and chart. Okay, so now let's start with creating a chart. For example, we go back to our Insert tab, which is one of the important tabs in Microsoft PowerPoint. We go to the table design here, table. You see, you click on it and you get this. So you have two ways to create it. First way is just selecting like this. Here you will see the like 2x1, 2x2. So the columns and rows it shows, and you can just select and click on it. And once you do that, you will get this. And you can type in simply by clicking on it, whatever you need. So you can just type in like this. All right. I won't type anything much, I just want you to see how it works. And our second way of creating a table would be going back to the insert table, and this time you can give the number manually by yourself. You keep how many columns you need, how many rows you need, and once you give that, you can insert it, and yeah, you get one more table. Okay, next we have the shapes, which you can go to insert, come to shapes, and you can draw anything you like. You can choose the color you want. Well, in here also, for table, I forgot to mention, you can come to table design. As I have told you already, you can choose what color of table you need. You can choose shading to be a more specific color. You can edit the borders. You can have a thicker background, thicker border of the lines. Yep. And now let's go to the shapes. Shapes is quite similar too. You go to shape format. You can select the color. You can edit just like this. And yeah, you can add text into it if you like. You can add colors. You can add more shapes. There are many shapes here, as I told you. You can choose which one you like. There's a smiley face even. It can be smiley or sad or okay. And also you can choose the color which you like to use. Choose the outline. The outline is the lines around the shapes. So that's called the outline. And by pressing this, I can make it smiley face or sad face. And we go back to insert, go back to shapes. We can we can also freehand some shape that we like. So one more time, we go back to insert to show you one more time. We come to here, okay, and you can select any you like. If you want this one, then you can draw a car, for example. Okay, for example, maybe this is a car. You can rotate it also. All right, now let's move on to the next part. We go back to insert. You see, insert is one of the important tabs in Microsoft PowerPoint. Once we go back to insert, we can choose icons. Here in icons, you can search anything you like. For example, tiger. We search it and we choose which one we like. We click insert. Once we click insert, we get our tiger and we can make it bigger. We can also go to fill it with a color. We can edit it. Okay. Now, also we can search vehicles. We can find a car and add a car and have some different colors to choose from, the same as before. So there are many icons to choose from. So if you need ever to use any icons, remember here, you can come here anytime and add your icon that you need, just like this. And you can change the color. You can even customize more if you need to. Yeah, and that's for icons. Next, we have the 3D shape, which you go to insert and you go to 3D shapes. And I have these 3D shapes. I'm sure some of you will not have this, so don't worry, it's not a big deal. But if you do, you can check it out and it's interesting. So these are all animated models. You can add a heart, for example, and insert. So this is a heart, actual heart moving and beating. Or we can add some balloons and insert. We can make it bigger. So there are many options to choose from also. You can see. I'll insert one more for you. And then we move to the next slide. So you see this. So these are called 3D models. Again, some of you may not have it because maybe you are using different version or older version. But for my version of PowerPoint, we have this and some of you might have this too. So if you do, please take a look. I think it's fun to use if you like it. Next, we have the smart art. You can simply choose what kind of smart art you want to use. There are a lot of styles, which is different. Which list is basically just you list down the people or anything that you want to list down. Process is something that is connected and continuous. Cycle is similar, is a process and connected. Hierarchy is, for example, family tree or organization. Table, relationship, it shows the relationship between 2 or 3 things or topics. Matrix is similar also. Pyramid it shows the hierarchy or the importance of 1, 2, and 3. So the higher it goes, the difference it is. Like usually the most important one would be on top or bottom, depends. And picture is another good visualization to help you basically visualize your presentation for a better understanding. Now, let's try just one of them. So when you click on it, you will get this and this table next to it, this pop-up window. So you just click on the window and you can start typing anything you like. Okay, and you can change the size as you need and change the colors here by going to the change colors. You can change the colors. You can go to format to edit more. You can have a background like this and the outline. Yeah. And next one, we have charts, which is similar. We go to insert, we go to chart. We have many options to choose from. Let's just choose one. We just click on it. And once we click on it, it gives us a Excel file. And in Excel, we can type in what we need. For example, grade, math grade, for example. Let's say math, science, computer, and PE. And here are the grades, for example, or the numbers or the data that you want to insert. So you just give the number, the grade that people got. Just random. So this can be student 1, student 2, 3. All right, that's what you get for this. Okay. Now, once we do this, you will see here that we get a table. Let me delete the old table so you can see it more clearly. So you can see the comparison between student A, student B, and the student 1, 2, and 3. So we can see that the math grade, all the 3 students almost got the same grade. However, student 1 got a bit higher grade. And for science, student 2 got the most grade, which student 1 got the lowest. And yeah, so it's a good way to compare information and to tell the difference of the different categories and different students or different topics. It's a good way to compare, as you can see, and it's a visualization, so you don't need to write too much. You can just explain from the graph. All right, so now that we have learned all the details about PowerPoint, now it's your turn to do the homework. So your homework is to create a presentation with the title page and ending page that starts and ends with first page and last page. Create a table with data in it, at least one slide. Shapes, one slide. Icons, one slide. 3D models, if you have, one slide. Smart art, one slide. Chart, one slide. And upload the PDF on the e-learning system. Okay, so please upload the PDF on the e-learning system. If your PowerPoint doesn't have the version, or is a different version from mine, some parts maybe you don't have, you can skip the parts that you don't have and your PowerPoint is missing, so it's okay. This homework is due to Thursday, 7th of October. So if you have not finished any other homework, please do finish, because I need to correct your work and give the grade for you. So please finish your homework and please try to finish it on time if possible. All right. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you guys. And I hope you have a lovely day. Stay safe, stay home. See you. Bye-bye.